Watch Scott Dixon. Here he comes on Daly.
On the inside, on the run down to 3, already well past Connor Daly, as Malukas now to the outside of Lundgaard. Will need Lundgaard to give him some space, and he doesn't. Tire to tire and contact between Malukas and Lundgaard, and look how racy Malukas is. Tries to look around the outside at 5, and there is absolutely no way through there.
Guys, we're battling for 12th, 11th. You know, this is absolutely elbows out, no holding back. We tend to go here in Toronto, but Palou has got to be smart about this. Pato O'Ward is second in the championship. He is leading this race, walking away with it. If he has a DNF here, he's already losing a massive chunk of points in the title race. He has to finish this race, just bring it home with 10 to go.
You can never take your eyes away from an IndyCar race. Doesn't matter if it's a battle for the lead or a battle for 12th. You are going to see drivers with their elbows out, giving it their all until that advanced auto pass checkered flag falls at the end of the race. And here comes Malukas, and there's contact, and there's a touch on the wing as we run down still into turn 3. Malukas gets past Lundgaard, goes around Daly, and little Dave is on the charge. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
We've seen Lundgaard be super defensive so far in this race, so if Palou gets a sniff, tries to make a move, he's got to be on his toes here.
You can tell Alex Palou, I think, has backed up his aggression a little bit on that last lap. It was a little too close for comfort when Lundgaard stuck him wide there in turn 7. So Palou's going to kind of regroup here, look to have maybe a little less contested run, possibly on the back straightaway, or maybe even into turn 1 right now.
9 to go, and Palou looking fighty, tucked up behind Lundgaard. Will he make the move, or will he hold steady and think about the title, think about the points? Just take it home easy as Power gets up on the inside of Rosenqvist, who is struggling, and frankly, I don't know how he's held on as long as he has in this race with that front wing in the state that it is in.
It's going to be Palou looking for a move here, I think, on Lundgaard. They've got Daly as a pick.
Lundgaard will go around the outside of Daly, and they make contact, and Lundgaard almost into the wall. In fact, is into the wall, just the smallest amount of damage to his car then, but that drops him behind Rosenqvist and goes side to side with Rosenqvist, and Rosenqvist gets sideways, and Armstrong makes it through.
Lundgaard is driving like this is a Norwegian rally. Sideways, bumping, elbows out, great stuff.
Rally cross, you know, when there's multiple cars on track and you're door to door. That's the amount of contact we've seen out of the 7 so far today. It's unreal.
I mean, I think Christian's learned a lot from his dad, Henrik. He was a European rally champion back at home. Knows all about that kind of driving. Now Palou has the look at Daly, and now Palou gets through. Power will try to do the same. And Daly's been hanging on, and unfortunate for Connor to be dropping back, but when you're coming up against the likes of Palou, and now Power around the outside, and has it done. Under braking already, Armstrong looking at Lundgaard. That's very late on the brakes, they're going to touch, and they do.
I mean, the last 3 laps from Lundgaard have been just insane. He's getting pushed out of the way, he's fighting back, people hit him, he hits back. 7 laps to go, and he's looking for a nice little breath.
Hardest I've ever seen someone drive for 14th. I mean, he is going to be so disappointed with that result if this is how it ends for him.
Hey, the team owner, Zach Brown, is here. Get your teammate up front, walking away with the win. Lundgaard looking for some attention.
You said at the start of this, T-Bell, this place is a mosh pit.
Yeah, and he's moshing.
Mate, haven't seen a mosh pit like this since, I don't know, Prodigy at the Birmingham Academy. Like, it is on. It is on, and look at that, just the smallest bit of damage to that front wing. They're so robust. As you look at Rosenqvist, who took that damage so early in this race, and that front wing is still somehow hanging on.
You hear the contact.
It wouldn't surprise me if it knocked the wheel slightly loose out of Lundgaard's hands right there, and he was able to grab the wheel again and regain control. Power here, willpower, looks to have the pace on Alex Palou in the closing laps.
He's got a bit of the pace, and from a push-to-pass standpoint, Power at 75, Palou at 65, so slight advantage. Verizon on board here of Power. We're here that the 10's got a fuel number he's having to hit, which does sort of make sense. He pit on lap 53. That's 3 laps sooner than Will Power. So Power well to the good on fuel. He can really make Palou work for this.
There, though, is your race leader. Pato O'Ward, 2.3 seconds ahead of Rinus VeeKay now.
Let's watch the pace of Stingray Robb. His last lap was a 1:04.5. That's the car that is ahead of Pato O'Ward. Is Stingray going to let him by with ease?
I think he might be moving offline. He is way off.
Thank you.
Probably some maybe call from the
Chevy
guys saying, hey, look, we don't want to make this any more difficult on Pato than it already is.
And this is the only Chevy driver to win this season. Georgia, what you got?
Well, Kevin Simpson fighting for his first podium, maybe even his first win. He told me back in Iowa, the thing that's really making the difference this season for him is experience. He's coming back to these tracks for the second time. He's 30 races into his NTT INDYCAR Series career, and it's paying off for him. So experience paying true for Kevin Simpson right now.
Kevin Simpson, whose last open wheel podium was the Indy Next at Mid-Ohio back in 2023. It's been a good 2 years for him. Indy is currently on the march and maintaining that gap ahead of the pole sitter, no less, Colton Herta.
But Colton Herta is starting to close the gap, and Kevin Simpson has had to push that push-to-pass button many times. You see both of the drivers on it now, on the back straight, going to turn 3. Colton Herta less than a second behind the number 8.
But smart use of push-to-pass so far from Kiffin. He's got 46 to 34 for Herta. That's more than enough to defend.
And it's more than Rinus VeeKay and Pato O'Ward in front, so he's got himself in this position while managing that. And again, that's a big part of that experience.
And you know what? Colton Herta has 4-lap fresher tires. Herta, one of the late pitters here, 4 laps to the good, and that counts for a lot on this circuit. Very hard on tires, so Colton should have a shot here to get on the podium.
Should Kiffin be able to hang on to this, he's going to have 2 bits of hardware to take home, because he's also up 10 spots on the day from his starting position. It's the highest mover so far, the biggest mover, I should say. A little consolation trophy comes along with that, but if he could have it alongside a nice Ashley Crystal Cup, that'd be pretty cool.
3 laps to go. Pato O'Ward leading Rinus VeeKay and Kiffin Simpson. That's the podium as it stands. Then it is the Andretti trio of Herta, Ericsson and Kirkwood. Graham Rahal sits 7th. Callum Ilott is up in 8th for what would be 2 top 10s in a row for the Prema team. Malukas sits 9th. Dixon is 10th.
Stingray Robb not exactly moving over like he did for Pato O'Ward, so
that's Chevy versus
Chevy
Honda
not going to help a Honda right there. Let's see how Stingray handles the 2 Hondas of Kiffin Simpson and Colton Herta.
This is where Kiffin's really got to prove his worth. He's got Colton Herta multiple races.
Yellow.
Oh, and
Siegel
we have
and Rosenquist.
Yeah. And that is down at turn 10.
Guys, 3 to go. That might be all she wrote.
I don't think you're wrong.
2 to go now. He's crossed the line.
And what a sigh of relief for Kiffin Simpson. He had just made a little bit of a bobble there in the S's in the final few corners. And as the caution is out, it'll be 1 to go at the line.
Unless they can get themselves going. And even if they do get themselves going, I think you're right, Hinch. That may be it. Oh, and Rosie, it's just that front wing has been hanging on by a thread all race. I can't believe that Rosenquist actually managed to take it as far as he did.
I think it was a mistake on the power. Let's listen.
It looks like he lost the front end.
Yeah, lost the rear. Started going wide, got on the brakes. Really nothing for Siegel to do. He was just trying to hunt him down, set up a pass into turn 1.
Yep.
Well, Pato O'Ward, I don't think he'll mind how the win comes. The fact is, 1 lap to go, under caution for Pato O'Ward. for VK and Simpson. Guys, let's talk VK, let's talk Simpson. What's this going to mean for both of them? Let's go in. You can see what it means to the family. Guys, a podium for Dale Coyne Racing for Rinus VK.
Look, it's been a few years since they've accomplished that with David Malukas back at Gateway. And you got to remember what this family and that driver's been through. Dropped from ECR at the end of last year, sort of unexpectedly. Dale Coyne Racing to the rescue, and it's led to a series of top 10s. He's running well in the points, and now to be on the podium here in Toronto, unreal.
It's fantastic. And for Rinus VK, you saw the shot of his wife, Carmen. She's a professional boxer. Her husband today, he juked and jived, he ducked, he avoided the counter punches and survived.
And for Kyffin Simpson, this young man, alongside two of the best champions the sport has ever known. What will this mean for him?
I think it's huge. I think it's a confidence builder. The team has talked about Kyffin Simpson's work ethic, and he is delivering on the promise that he showed all season.
Well, we came into this weekend, and Pato O'Ward said that this was one of his worst tracks, that his previous races couldn't have gone much worse. This morning, team boss Zach Brown said, "I believe in miracles." Pato said they turned the car upside down. And the intention now is to turn the championship upside down for the second time in 2 weeks. Pato O'Ward will win an IndyCar race, and he will do so having got his elbows out and given us the old Pato. Victory for Pato O'Ward on the streets of Toronto.
Great strategy, great job in the pits. That's how you recover. By you, awesome job, spotter. Thank you, crew.
Tony, go on.
Let's go have some fun here. See you on in Toronto.
We did it.